First at 5 o'clock, a new report about sexual abuse at Interlochen Center for the Arts, the prominent arts boarding school and summer camp near Traverse City.
It includes new details about abuse committed by dozens of adults, including Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex offender who died in 2019.
13 on your sides. Peter Elliott joins us now with details. Peter.
Juliet and Lauren, this nearly 100-page report was commissioned by Interlochen in the summer of 2024. We now have the findings. Investigators from an independent law firm tracked down accounts from 70 former students and campers. One common theme emerged. Adults who were not employees of Interlochen had unsupervised access to students and campers.
It took almost 2 years, but the findings are damning.
We just got this last night, so they're still reading and digesting.
An explosive report released Tuesday details dozens of accounts of sexual abuse occurring over decades at the Interlochen Center for the Arts near Traverse City.
There was a definite systemic problem that went on at Interlochen.
The investigation by a Massachusetts-based law firm includes 70 first-hand accounts from former students detailing abuse.
I don't think that the current administration had really any idea what they were dealing with and had any knowledge to the extent of what this investigation has revealed.
Matthew Curtis is with the Detroit area law firm Summers Schwartz, which represents a number of the survivors who attended the academy. He says there are likely many more victims.
There are probably many students that attended Interlochen that did not want to relive the experiences and the sexual abuse that took place.
The abuse recounted in the report stretches from the 1950s all the way to the 2010s, with the majority occurring before 2000. One through line, lackluster supervision of adult interactions with minors.
They were able to see them privately. They were able to take them out to dinner. They were able to leave the premises with them. They were able to take them to their homes. They were able to allow them to sleep over at their house.
Investigators collected accusations against 47 adults, including Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex offender who attended and later donated to Interlochen. The report says that 2 alums reported that Epstein engaged in physical conduct of a sexual nature with them while he was a donor. One of the victims says Epstein touched her inappropriately several times, and that he and his associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, offered to pay for her tuition at Interlochen, but they withdrew support after she did not engage in, quote, requested conduct.
A building on the Interlochen campus donated by Epstein was demolished this June. More than a third of the 47 adults tabulated in the report have since died. No one accused of abuse is currently employed by Interlochen. Interlochen says it is grateful to everyone who came forward and has instituted safeguards to prevent abuse from happening in the future.
Many of the cases of abuse that we are just learning about happened years ago. We talked to experts at the YWCA in Grand Rapids, and they told us that's not unusual. They say immediately after the abuse happens, victims are in shock, feel guilty, are afraid that no one will believe them. The abuser will also warn them not to tell anyone with threats of retribution.
They know what threats to use, whether it'll be nobody's going to believe you, or I'll tell them that you're gay, or it's your word against mine. All that's really kind of standard operating procedure for folks who abuse.
Klemp says it is important to talk to your children about personal space and good and bad touching early on. He says doing so will help to prepare them should they encounter a dangerous situation in the future. If you are a survivor of abuse and need some help, you can call the YWCA 24/7 at 616-454-9922.